Barbershop Talk Show. We are on air. How y'all guys doing? Either this afternoon in some places or some places in the morning. We have a big show today. I mean, when I mean a big show today, a big show today. We definitely have one today. How y'all guys doing? I'm waiting for my co-host to see if they coming on. But we have a big show today. Let me make sure we are on. We double check, make sure we are on. Give me 1 second, guys. I think we are on. Let me just look at the lot. Yep, we are on. How y'all guys doing? Man, what a game last night, y'all. It was going down. What a game last night. Tell me what y'all guys, before we even go, tell me what y'all guys thought of the game. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. Come on, y'all. Let's get on in here. Get on in here. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Barbershop Sports Show. We are alive and well, y'all. Let's go. Get on up in there. We got 3 people right now. Get on up in here. Get on up in here. We got a live show today. It is going down. Make sure y'all like and share this video. Last night, I'm sure y'all watched the game. Ray John Rondo. Clutch. We that was a clutch. Matter of fact, I have a lot of things to talk about today because I seen some things that I was quite impressed, man. I was hoping that what's up, Sweatbox? Yeah, man. Sweatbox, they're not gonna fire Luke yet. He's Genie, he's endorsed by Genie. He is endorsed by Genie. But last night game, it's a couple of different things I could take out of that game. One, they came to play, as we seen. The Lakers came. Lakers have some weakness. Oh, come on! I don't know what's up with this stuff. I'm trying to share it. One thing I must say, the Lakers definitely was resilient yesterday. You know, one thing I have to give them, they was resilient. It looked like things was gonna go downhill. That game could have easily took a different turn. Easily. That game easily could have took a different turn, but it didn't. I give shout out to Lance. Lance came in the second quarter and played his heart out to keep the game close. LeBron made some long shots. Some reason he got a long jump shot now, a long set shot. Explain that to me. What's up? He got a long, right now he has a long set shot. So he made a couple. Lance kept it close because if Lance wouldn't have had a good second quarter, that game could have easily went from 18 to about 25 real quick. So Lance helped keep them in there. And the Lakers just kept playing, and they had a big third quarter. That third quarter they had was a big. That third quarter maybe saved Luke Walton's job. You know, that third quarter they actually won 42-27. That third quarter, they had an excellent third quarter. They was actually up. They was actually up in the third quarter. So that gave them a little confidence going into the fourth. And then the fourth quarter was nick and tuck. You know, Kyrie did his thing. They was making sure that they got the switch. They was making sure they got the switch from off Ingram off Kyrie to what's his name, Kyle Kuzma. So, you know, Kyle Kuzma do got to work on his D, but you know, Kyrie is Kyrie. He could score on anybody. We had a discussion yesterday, 2 of the 3 hosts, when we said a game 7, he was our name that we trust in a game 7. So that shows you that he's hard to stop. So the game was going back and forth. And what I did like that these young bucks, man, they don't care. I mean, they respect LeBron, but they're going to shoot their shot. You know, I like how Kyle Kuzma was still shooting. LeBron was about to cry. He was in a corner. He was about to cry. Kuzma made the shot. Because Kuzma, now they starting to realize, hey, this is team ball, but I got to get mines also. Then Brandon Ingram on the last play when the Lakers was down 1. LeBron let himself get face guarded by Morris. You have to find a way to get open, but somehow he didn't get open. And Ingram looked, he wasn't open. And Ingram like, I'm gonna go take this. You know what I mean? Y'all keep saying I can't play. Y'all saying all us don't even equal to Anthony Davis. Like who you think I am? You know, he did went to the hole. Al Horford did make a made a nice block. I mean, but I was proud that Ingram went to the hole to try to get his. They wasn't all scared like, oh, we're LeBron. And then the old wily veteran, what DJ like to say, the upper room, got the tip, end up tipping it in Rajon Rondo, which made the winning shot. It was so funny because he actually took that shot, that same shot he was taking earlier with his son. So I was quite impressed with that. Now we got our host. What you thought of the game?
First of all, I'm gonna start off with what you said about Brandon Ingram, and then I'm gonna go to what I thought. I agree with that, man. I'm so glad he took that ball to the rack, man, because like, dog, as great as LeBron is, the dude is old. You gotta be able to not crumble in the moment and attack, man. Because like you said, LeBron let him get face guarded. He let himself get face guarded. Now, if that was the Cavs, what would have happened? They would have lost that game. But this is not the Cavs. This is the Lakers with Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo on it. So, you know, Brandon, I'm taking it to the rack. I'm about to score. Now, you didn't score, so what? But because he took it to the rack, Chandler got the deflection and Rondo made the shot. So, simple as that.
The 313, quick update. Wayne Ellington is going to the.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we ain't going to talk about them yet, dog. Hey, we ain't going to talk about them yet, man. We ain't going to talk about them yet. It's all good.
It's looking good for you right now.
Yeah. I want to stay focused on the Lakers game.
You're the narrator right now on 313. You're a narrator. So we all want to, at the start of the show, we want to all at least get our piece out before we get into the show. So you're the narrator to DJ come, so we can start getting out of control. You know what to do.
All right, yeah. So back to the Lakers game, man. Gibson, man, I am very excited, but until he signed the paperwork, we'll see. But back to the Lakers game. I actually thought, dude, Lance. This is why when you know he was saying that stuff about Lance, I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. Lance is a reliable playoff big game player. He's been doing it his whole career. And this is what Lance does. Big national TV game. Lakers looking like they about to go out. Lance like, you know what? We ain't about to go out. I ain't about to go out like this. I don't know about y'all. And, you know, he put in a nice effort. And then, you know, I think in that Indiana game, you know, LeBron he's like this sometimes. He's at a stage where he'll try to come back when they down by a lot or he'll just give up. So apparently in that game, he decided not to give up. And then he started dishing. Kuzma started draining. KCP had, 17 points, man? Like, off the bench, bro. It was great. And finally, Luke started, you know, I feel like he stopped thinking about egos a little bit in this game because, you know, he surprisingly, like, benched Rondo for KCP in, like, the second or first quarter. I can't remember which one. And then, you know, the team actually started functioning better. So, you know, he actually was able to – I've never seen him bench Rondo like that before, but, you know, Luke's still trash. And I was hoping they would get blown out by 40 again so he could get fired. But, you know, it's good to win the game, man, because I'm being real, dog. They not going to win too many games without Lonzo. So you need to get the ones that you can get because their defense is still atrocious. The Lakers, they're 27th right now in defensive rating, and when Lonzo was healthy, they were 7th. I mean, they won the game, but they just gave up 128 points, man. Like, come on. So
yeah,
they need all the games that they can get, bro. If it takes a Rondo buzzer beater to get you this win, you know, go ahead and get it, man. We gotta leave. Even if they try to trade y'all in the summer, you gotta leave that behind. But the one thing about LeBron, if LeBron win the championship this year, he's not gonna trade nobody, or at least 2 of the young core will stay. One of them might leave because they're shiny piece, but 2 of them gonna stay. So And this is the perfect team to play against the Warriors. I keep saying it because you add Lonzo, they have the length, they have the gritness. Like when you have a team with Rondo and Lonzo, I don't think people realize how great the combination will be once the playoffs come around. Because obviously they're gonna be fighting for playoff time, but I don't think it's gonna be like that. Trust me, it's gonna be times where Rondo's really needed, and times where Lonzo's really needed, and times where LeBron and Ingram and Kuzma.
Yeah.
But to me, the team said they wasn't gonna give up on. They wasn't gonna give up. But if they get blown out on Sunday, then you know.
And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that those players definitely helped Luke's job because Sweatbox right now just wrote this and it's perfectly summarizes Luke. Why are the Lakers still switching the team starting picking up on Kuzma? They really started attacking. Yeah, they started attacking Kuzma. Kyrie started looking for Kuzma because he knew that Ingram was locking him up. And that game was impressive, but also like the defense wasn't, but the offense, they showed up. I think they broke a record for threes or something.
Yep, they had the
22.
That's the most franchise record.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
franchise record. And Kuzma showed up, and I truly think that was a Rondo effect to Kuzma. Like Kuzma needs a guy to pass him the ball to make him effective.
It was LeBron that was passing to Kuzma though.
Or then yeah, exactly. Like
I mean, to tell the truth, Kuzma gonna shoot 20 times. Either he gonna make it or miss. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I'm with you on that.
You might have a game here when he might be over dribble, but basically he when he get the ball, he's shooting. You know what I'm saying? Either he's gonna make it or miss it. He's getting 20 shots. That's just how he is. That's how I think he's gonna determine his worth in the NBA. That's just how he is. He's gonna shoot regardless.
Yeah. That game was impressive to me. I mean, the first quarter wasn't, but like they started picking up the energy. And I think LeBron started moving a little bit in transition during the third. I mean, it's not, All
right, Gibson. Since you brought it up, it's official. The Pistons just got Wayne Ellington, man.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
The Pistons front office is looking more competent.
Yeah, man, it's because we got Blake Griffin, bro. Like the thing is, when you don't have a star player to like you cater to, you just have a regular menial team, you're not really gonna make the power moves that you need to make. But once you get a star like that, you're gonna have to start to make some moves because if you plan on keeping them, if they was gonna trade Blake, they wouldn't be doing this. But we got another shooter now, so basically we just replaced Reggie Bullock with Wayne Ellington, and we got Svi. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna say this.
All right, back to what you were saying about the Lakers now.
What the Lakers proved is that they're actually lucky they didn't trade these pieces away because they need them. Brandon Ingram's defense alone, they really need. Lonzo Ball's defense, and I was looking at the stat. They said like Lonzo Ball is the top point guard in perimeter defense. Lonzo Ball is the 5th point guard in interior defense
in the NBA.
In the NBA, and just like everyone remembers Ben Wallace, right? Well, I mean, there's not. I mean, of course you guys know Ben Wallace.
Of course, he grabbed a Shaq 1-on-1. Nobody in human history could ever done that.
And no, what I'm saying is like Ben Wallace didn't have the amazing stats that make you look like a Hall of Famer, but he was a big reason why they beat the Lakers, and he was handling Shaq.
Yeah, and if Ben Wallace didn't leave the Pistons, LeBron James wouldn't have made the finals. One thing that people forget is Ben Wallace wasn't on that team. That's why nobody could guard LeBron.
Yeah, and so what this is like when I see Brandon Ingram and I see Lonzo, I see Brandon Ingram as like, and I'm not trying to say he's nothing like Giannis, but Giannis.
No, he is, bro. No, I'm telling you.
No, yeah.
I've been saying it.
Giannis was skinny as hell. People forget this. Giannis, when did Giannis show up? Like, was it his 4th year? Or his 3rd year? That he started looking like an MVP.
Who, Giannis?
Yeah, when was it like
about third year, about third, fourth
yeah,
year, about third year.
His third year is when he really started taking off.
yeah, because his body is long. Like he has long arms too. And you know,
Ingram is longer by an inch.
people forget that when you have long arms, your muscle when you have to grow, you have to work harder on your muscles than people with shorter
Wait, it's
arms.
not official yet? Hold up, bro. Continue.
Yeah, but like people don't realize that you could still be strong, but like your muscle needs time to, get bigger than most people do. And I think if Ingram gets any like stronger, this team's a force of nature.
See, I think what Ingram is, he's going to get stronger, and you seeing that he's getting stronger. And only weakness I think he do is, bro, when you got the dude in the post, stop with the pump fake and go pull up. They can't do anything. That's a shot. Nobody in the world going. If you miss 100 them shots, who gonna get mad at you shooting a 12-footer? You know what I mean? There's nothing they could do. But with Ingram, I think he a little different than Greek Freak. Greek Freak ended up growing into his body. Like he's a freak. Ingram is more. His body is going to be more like a Durant. He is real slim. He's going to get bigger, but I don't think he's in the same mode as Greek Freak. He's just a freak. He's really surprising that he really got that big. You know what I'm saying? To tell the truth.
Osmond
Go ahead, bro.
Osmond just said that Max and Stephen A are trashing Brandon Ingram and Zoe.
Yeah, they gonna do what they do. We know about them.
I'm surprised that they're doing that because Kyrie said that Brandon Ingram was affecting him after the game. It's just he
was. He was. Ingram is a long player, man. Ingram is a good player, man. He just plays a control game. He's like a Scottie Pippen. He's more of a Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, and I just I mean Ingram is so young, I don't know. He could grow into his body.
And we
just have to see.
Giannis, look at this year. Giannis,
because Lonzo, it's just like you got to think about the way technology is now. You can get it. I mean, Lonzo was skinny, bro. Like he was a twig, and he got swole.
But his parents,
I just don't see why Ingram wouldn't be able to do that.
His parents is swole. You know what I mean? Look at all his uncles and all that. So he has a better chance. Ingram just looks so skinny. I mean, like the Durant, you see how he's built like
I don't think he actually tries to lift weights, bro.
They all lift weights.
But you know what's crazy to me? You know what's really crazy to me? Is why would you trade Ingram when he's one of the few players that can affect KD's shot? That's what bothers me about that trade that would have happened. You have a player, because you remember every time they played the Warriors last year and this year, KD was being challenged by
KD be taking it personal guarding Brandon Ingram, bro. If you look at KD's eyes when he guarded Ingram, he be so serious.
And that's why this is why I have a problem.
It's an echo.
It's not me. But this is why I have a problem with Magic Johnson as like how they make decisions, because they're ready to give up their defense for AD. Now, AD plays great defense, but who's going to affect Steph's shot? Who's stopping Steph? Who's stopping Clay? And that's why I wrote, like, I told the Pelicans organization, SMD, like I had to send them a message because I'm like, we really are the dumbest I've ever met in my life. It's all.
Who's that?
It's not me.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Is anything else you want to say about the game?
We gonna be on that game we gonna be on that game all day. It was just, I looked at it as it was a combination, because it was a combination being them being resilient, but let's be honest, They won at a buzzer beater, right? And they played second half a perfect game. Mama, that's the most threes they had in the franchise. We talk about the franchise, and they only had 8 turnovers. You know what I mean? So how many times is that going to happen? I'm not saying it can't, but that was almost an anomaly. We are getting a couple of shooters, but I like that they competed, man. I love that they competed. You know, that's all you could do is compete. Only thing I don't like about BI, what BI do have to work on, he starts slow too many times. He need to when you a star like he's supposed to be with the talent, you got to put your imprints on the game early. You can't wait to get in the flow. You know what I'm saying? Like that make Kuzma got to shoot a little more. He has to put like this. We need somebody like Ingram to be a fast first quarter scorer. Like because LeBron, it takes him a little minute, and you got to give him LeBron a little credit. He's older, so it would take him about 4 to 6 minutes to really get into the game and read the game.
But you know,
Don KJB is saying Ingram don't lift, and you know that's what I'm thinking, man. Because like you can't be that skinny if you lift weights, no matter what.
Strong,
no matter what your bodily family history is, you can't be that skinny if you lift weights.
He's strong though. I see him move people out the way.
But it's a lot of tall, skinny. It's a lot of tall, skinny people I know that are strong. But I'm talking about your body, man.
Look at Kevin Durant. He's the same.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant is much bigger than he was when he was younger.
Yeah, but I think slim.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy though? I think if Ingram just works out, like not even like really working on the skills of basketball, just goes in the gym and lives in the gym this summer, he's already
He
good.
need to do what Lonzo did. Like just live in the gym, man.
Nah, but you can't do that because you need skills pay the bills. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
look how long it took Lonzo. Look how long it took Lonzo to start getting his touch. You know what I mean?
No,
but Lonzo don't have. I feel like Ingram has more skills.
I give you not the passing ability, but the scoring ability. Yes.
Ingram. Yeah, I'm talking about like scoring. So he needs to lift more. Lonzo needs the one that needs to work on his skills. Ingram needs the one that needs to get his body right.
3-1-3, because this is what I noticed about Ingram. He gets like when a center pushes him, he can push him out the way. And when Ingram's in the post, if he could definitely be a Giannis. He could dominate. I just feel like
the same way I feel.
People move him out the way. He's so easily movable, and even when he pumps fakes, all it takes is like just push your body on him, and he's gonna be off in the mid range.
But he don't need a pump fake. That's the thing. He rises. You notice when he get into the flow and just rises, he makes it a miss. It's just a nice shot. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could challenge that shot. When he get them,
sorry. So
no, it's all good. When he get them players on him, he try to over dribble. He just try to take one more dribble. You don't need to. Once you inside the free throw line, inside of that box, and you get into the side of that, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. You remember you saw that pull up he made yesterday when he was just inside the free throw line, just pull up. That's all he got to do.
And
go ahead, brother.
This is what I'm saying. Like Ingram, he has to work on his threes and get stronger. Because if he does that, boom, all-star caliber player. I really believe that. And I don't think this organization is capable of realizing that. And that's my problem.
Now they realized that.
I mean, they told Lonzo to get bigger.
They realized it was just Anthony Davis. Like they wasn't on a trade block on a trade block. It's a difference being on a trade block, and then it's a difference between Anthony Davis. You know what I mean? That's Anthony Davis, 25. He's if you're looking at it, he's 25. He should be able to carry this franchise for another a good 7 years.
Here's the 32. Sweatbox said it best. Part of the reason he lacked confidence in his three ball is his strength.
And if I'm gonna bring up Lonzo again, a lot of reason why he wasn't making threes is because of his strength.
Yeah.
And now he's able to make them because he's stronger now.
And I'm gonna say this: I think these injuries are a blessing in disguise, but people don't notice that because he has to work out. And
Yeah, man, Lonzo about to come back slow.
Like I'm saying,
and I hope he come back shooting free throws better.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm telling you, if this organization was capable of having a better staff, they would already have like 2 budding stars. I'm telling you that. And I think Kuzma, if he works just on his defense and his footwork, which I think he is like a guy who likes to work on his craft, I really do believe those 3 guys can give you something. And that's why I don't think an AD trade would have been smart, because you have to realize this. It would have been AD, LeBron, Carmelo, and some misfit match like groups. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I never wanted the trade to happen in the first place.
I mean, I wanted it for.
I just believe in letting. I mean, LeBron changed everything, but I believe in letting young teams grow when you have a combination of these kinds of players. I mean, the Celtics without Kyrie, without Gordon Hayward, let's say you take out Al Horford and put in a young center, they would still be a nice young team. The Lakers, you know, I always thought they were going to be a nice young team, and because they always play defense. That's one thing about them. A lot of young teams don't play any defense.
Exactly.
The Lakers always play defense. You know, Lonzo and Ingram, they've always been good defenders. And when stuff like that happens, and then you add the offense that Lonzo had and the system that was working. So I thought that, you know, you keep the young players. Don't trade them for Anthony Davis, man. I never wanted to trade them for Anthony Davis.
Let's get the likes up, please. We only got 2 likes and one of them is me.
Let's get the likes up, man.
When Lonzo has the keys to the team, you saw it during the Kings game. You saw it during OKC. You saw it during the Rockets game, early Rockets game. You saw it during these games where Luke realized, okay, let Lonzo have the ball the most. And he made Ingram a secondary passer for more into the post. So if the guy was like, so if Lonzo passed it to Ingram and he knew the defender was locking him up, he would pass it to Tyson to get the open dunk. It was more of an advantage. And that's what I realized is when Ingram's a good passer, but I don't think he's that guy you want dribbling down the court.
No, he's a secondary guy. You know, you get it across half, and then if you don't have nothing, you get it. He's somebody else that can help. Or if you get hurt, somebody get hurt. You know what I mean? Or part of the second unit, but he's not your primary. But Lonzo gonna have to learn. This is the NBA, right? It's nice if somebody give you your own team and let you run it. You have them cases, but sometimes that case is not for you, you know. So what he gonna have to learn, most of the time he's gonna have the ball, but LeBron is there 3 more years. He's not going nowhere. So you're gonna have to learn how to take the ball from him and then learn how to play sometime off the ball. So you got to be a coach. You see Rondo, he don't care who's there. LeBron, he's coming, but I'm just saying, even this been Rondo, like not just a vet. He was doing that when he was younger too. You know, after a couple of years, you got to get the people to the free throw line. You got to, you know, the game and you learning the game. You got to put your voice out.
But you have to, okay, so start going. But you have to realize LeBron and KG, the guys who were in the Celtics, have a different attitude than LeBron. So they helped give Rondo the keys.
Rondo took the keys. He took the. They was with him. They was with him, but it wasn't like, oh, here at first. It was like, can this kid play? The first year, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Then the second year, they was like, yeah, but he took it. Doc Rivers, you know what I'm saying, was battling him. What's his face? Ray Allen was battling him. KG and Paul Pierce was like, man. Paul Pierce was like, hey, man, go do your thing. But he had to take the team over. And I'm not saying for him to take the team over.
3-1-3.
When you're a point guard, you have to be vocal. You have to get them dudes in the huddle. I start seeing him do it a little bit more. But even with LeBron there, you're going to have to do that more. I understand this is your second year in the league. You're not going to be Rondo. I mean, I'd be stupid to act like he's going to be Rondo. He's going to have that confidence. But he has to He has to get that because he's the point guard. You know what I'm saying? You got to take stuff over. If not, LeBron will run you over. You know what I'm saying? You know how life is. If you don't take charge.
3-1-3. Like, oh no, Star, you have to realize this. And this is why you got to realize. Is there something called a KG system? Is there something called a Paul Pierce system? There's something called a LeBron system. And when it comes to rookies, he has a history of not even allowing that situation. So yeah, Rondo's a dog, but you have to realize these are different situations. Not only that, I let you.
Sweatbox says KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen aren't stat patters like LeBron, and Doc ain't an idiot like Walton. They gave Rondo the keys. Walton believes in having 6 point guards, and that's the point I was gonna make. You know, Lonzo, everything you said is completely factual, Starborn, and being where we're from, you know, that's probably how we view things. But Lonzo isn't from that ilk of being like LaVar. So, you know, regardless of that, you have to your coach has to tell the point guard, this is your team. You know, take me to the promised land.
And not only that, and this is where
instead he says nothing, and you know, LeBron just, you know, takes the ball from you, because you got to remember, Lonzo probably is the most pass first type point guard we've seen. He's just so unique. I can't even think of a point guard like him, because he can shoot the 3 ball and then he can play this great defense, but he passes it, because the way the offense works is pass, and that person is supposed to pass, and the ball's supposed to move. So he's gonna pass the ball to LeBron off the instinct of the way that his offense works, regardless. So, but LeBron, he's gonna, you know, hold the ball, be ball dominant, and do what he does. So it's LeBron that's actually messing up Lonzo's offense. In the few times where, you know, LeBron pulled back a bit, you know, Lonzo had that triple double. You know, I remember the Cavaliers game. It was a few times that LeBron pulled back and let him do his thing, and the team functioned better. But when your coach isn't putting that imprint to, you know, give him the ball, Rondo doesn't need any of that because he's Rondo.
And here's another thing. People who saying that Alonzo's not strong in the half court when it's time to take the ball, that's total bullshit. Yeah. When the Rockets game, when, you know, Zubac set up picks for him and when Lonzo's dribbling more, you start seeing the groove of the game, passing it to Zubac, getting cuts. When he's being allowed to be utilized.
Yeah, man, Lonzo was picking Houston apart on every single play, bro. Like, every time he got the ball, he picked them apart and scored. Somebody was scoring, whether it was Kuzma, Zubac, whether it was Lonzo, if somebody was just scoring. He was picking them apart on every single play. Yeah. Freaking dude gonna go get hurt like that, ruin that great game. But it's like,
there's an article that proved my point, because when Luke was like, I need, you know, Lonzo and Brandon Ingram to share the ball at the same time. I'm okay with Brandon Ingram playing point here and there. The problem with that is it doesn't allow Alonzo to dominate half court, because he always what you see this ugly play that I hate the most. Lonzo dribbles the ball down. Zubac comes up in the center of the three. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He passes it to Zubac. Zubac's looking around for Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram makes a cut. He comes up top to get the ball, and then he does an ISO play. How can you be good in half court when you're not even allowed to take over?
Yeah, I'm just saying he has.
And adding LeBron, hold on, Starborn. Adding LeBron only makes that worse. Go ahead, Starborn.
I'm just saying LeBron gonna be there, so you got to find your niche. You have to find your niche, and LeBron and them like Lonzo, and I think Lonzo is the great player for us knowing the basketball game, you know. And they all tell him he need to be aggressive. The whole team need to. He just have to put his imprint on the game every game. You know what I'm saying? Every game. You know what I'm saying? You might have a game with Ingram, like next year they might play. They might play somebody and Ingram feel like bringing it up. You have to call for the ball. You have to put your imprint on the game. Not all the time, like in a bad way, but you have to let them know this is my team. Or he does it and they give him the ball, and when he has to do a little bit better, which he's been trying to do, is you can't hot potato it all the time. You have to set stuff up and be more
Those are
vocal.
plays.
That's where the point guard. No, I'm just saying, you're the point guard, bro. Bro? I don't know what to say. Is there anything Lonzo could do better?
Yeah.
That's all.
All right. Anyway, all right. Hold on.
No, hold on.
I did want to.
Bro, how you cut me off in the middle of my conversation? I don't understand.
You and Gibson was about to argue about something.
But that's part of the show. Let me speak, brother. What I'm saying is, I'm just saying, because every time I say, hey, man, he just got to do this better, we kind of know the coach, and that's basically understood. And it's just like, no. It's like, what can I say he could do? Everything I say he need to do better. You always saying this. I don't understand. We know he can't fully dominate. It's LeBron James. We know his person. We already spoke that. But as a leader, you got to do better. It's no way around it, bro. It ain't all his fault. You know what I'm saying? We know that. But to survive in this league, you have to do better because the team going to run better with you. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, hold on. I heard
y'all.
Y'all Negroes cutting each other off, man.
We wasn't that bad.
Ain't nobody cutting nobody off.
This been a great show.
Ain't nobody cutting nobody.
Okay, great show. This been a great.
Yeah. Okay. So hold on, DJ. Hold on. I gotta respond. Starborn. You remember what LaVar said yesterday? He literally said you have to allow Lonzo to play his game. It don't matter if he's the third best player on the team or the fifth best player. I'm not saying he's a role player, but you have to allow role players to play their role, and that's the problem. That's why when you say what you say, that's why we're saying what we're saying.
We saying what we all
not
know
allowed to do when he plays role.
I know that.
But
that's
Houston
the ultimate.
Game,
Listen,
no,
that's
let me finish, man. I'll just let you talk. Let me finish. The Houston game. If you watch the game, every time Lonzo got the ball, every time anybody got the ball, they gave it to Lonzo. 2 games before that, they not doing that. Why is that? Why is that? It's because the coach is telling the team, give the ball to Lonzo, let him run the offense. But 2 games prior, Luke Walton isn't doing that. And you can't just switch games like that. When the coach is telling you who the leader is,
do you watch Rondo
that's how
play?
it's supposed to work.
Do you watch Rondo play?
Yeah, right. Lonzo is not Rondo, man.
No. I didn't say he's Rondo, bro. I didn't say he's Rondo. But
the way that Lonzo affects
you watch Rondo play?
Yeah.
Right? Every time, obviously he can't be Rondo. But every time the ball get rebound, who do you hear?
You said what?
When the ball get rebound, who do you hear?
I don't hear nobody. What are you talking about?
Yeah, see, you're not listening to the game. Rondo. Run. You hear him. He's a chatterbox. You know what I'm saying? He's a chatterbox. He's going to make sure if you dribble, and then if he see you dribble a couple of times, then he'll go. But every time, no matter who up, he's calling for that rock. I know I play point guard. Sometimes the show is your hands. It's you. So and sometimes you hold on, brother. So, I don't know what to say, man.
No, because if the coach tells Rondo, because you have to think about it. No, man, if the coach tells Rondo, if the coach tells Rondo, you not bringing that ball up, you splitting it with Ingram and LeBron. Guess who's gonna bring the ball up? Ingram, LeBron, and Rondo. But does Luke do that? No, that's what he's doing to Lonzo.
Luke don't tell. Listen,
3-1-3. Just let Starborn finish his take, and then we'll go back to you.
My bad. Only thing I try to say is this, which I don't understand. We can't. It's a game, right? It's a game in between the game, and we say this a million times. The ultimate thing is the coach supposed to do this, right? We all agreed on that. I just said he just got to get a little bit better at that just in case that don't happen. And it's like no matter what, it's going to be like, wow. And we're going to go right back to how dumb Luke is, which we all said a million times. He's stupid. He needs to be fired. We could probably do just as a good a job than him with some training than he is. But within that, within playing, within some of that incompetent, because LeBron is going to be there. There's no way around it. No way he's going to. Even with Rondo, you saw with Rondo didn't have the ball 100%. You're not going to have the ball 100% with LeBron this year or next year. Would you agree on that? No matter if they got Kyrie, we seen Kyrie. He's not going to get the ball all the time. I'm just saying it's just some things that he could help do that can help him be better. And it's like, y'all not even saying it's like it's nothing he could do. It's like if he don't get the ball 100%, if the coach don't tell him to be 100%, then that's it. But if the coach ain't letting you do that, how can you find a way within that to be successful a little bit better? And that's all I'm trying to get. And y'all always going against that. I don't understand it.
Because
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why we always going against that. Because I've said this to you before on the other show. Everything, and when I literally mean every damn thing that you wanted Lonzo to do, he was literally doing those last 3 games before he got hurt. So when we're saying we need him to evolve, he has to get better at doing what you just said. He was literally doing it. He was literally doing it. So it's like when you bring up, I need him to do this and I need him to do that. He was doing that. So when you bring up, I need him, he was doing it. So that's why we be like, well, he was doing that. If Luke would just leave him alone, he would be doing exactly what you said. And he showed us with actual evidence.
You can't.
He showed us with actual evidence.
Let 313 talk.
I mean, and I just said he's done it with LeBron James when they both had the triple-double. Luke gave the keys to Lonzo. Like, he's done it before, but it's up to the coach to be consistent with it. We all know Lonzo needs to get better, but like when I literally see him do everything that you were just saying, and I've seen him do it in flashes in games, why is it not consistent? It has to be. It always is going to have to go back to Luke because I just came from a franchise. I watched Stan Van Gundy trash us for 7 years, and all our players were trash. And coaching can literally, it matters. So it can destroy everything on a basketball player. And then when you add LeBron to that, the pseudo GM coach is just, oh my gosh. But regardless of that, I told you, my premise was I agree with everything you said. It's just he's been doing it. He's hurt now, bro. We're going to be talking all of this smack about Lonzo why he hurt. When he come back, we ain't going to be saying that.
Not to cut you off, let Gibson talk after you.
And you know what? This is why I always put the blame on the coach. The Suns have fired over 5 coaches. They have the talent to be over 500, but there's something going on in that organization. It's all about the organization and the coaching. Realize this. Billy Donovan is a weak-ass coach that lets Westbrook do his thing. When Victor Oladipo was in that team, what was his role? And then when he goes to another team,
Sweatbox says the only reason Lonzo was controlling the game in his last 3 games is because Tyson Chandler and the Vex checked Luke and LeBron was home drunk. That's right. See, the Vex standing up for him, and that's when Lou left.
Rondo. And when the flow of the game is run through Lonzo, he barely makes errors. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I think he's a better passer than both those, like LeBron. And you might say, oh, that's a lie. No. But like LeBron is very turnover heavy. Lonzo's turnover to assist. He doesn't turn the ball over. He doesn't make mistakes a lot of the time, except for like his scoring ability. That's where I do harp on. But like the problem is you need a coach that when you're getting hot doesn't decide that, oh, let me sit you down in the 4-minute mark while I let Kuzma and Brandon Ingram get their game on the flow. You notice that? When Kuzma and Brandon Ingram get more minutes in the first and he sits down that point guard. And then, not only that, you could see what he does to Mo. When Mo Wagner and Lonzo were playing, Lonzo would pass the ball to Mo for a 3, and Mo would make it. And then all of a sudden, when you see the Celtics game, he could have been a great player because JaVale McGee was doing a lot of dumbass plays in the first. And all of a sudden, we need Mo in the third because these 2 guys they're not fully healthy, but then he doesn't even let this dude do his thing. Luke is a veteran coach. And what I mean by veteran coach is he doesn't have talent, but he can let the veterans control the game.
Yeah, it's me in
What you
the
thought about the game, DJ?
yeah. It's me in the chat. So anybody saying there's a fake DJ, it's me.
All
I'm
right.
the one that said call me the conductor. LOL. That's me saying all that stuff.
What you thought about the game, DJ? First of all,
Yeah.
You're
Let
not
me
dedicated to the show. You're not dedicated, but you.
Oh man, come
No,
on,
man,
man.
DJ, you would come in when we started arguing, though, because I was
Yeah, man. I
moderating. It was
came in
going
right
on
on
smoothly.
time, man.
Right, it was going on smoothly. Then me and Starboard just happened to start arguing about something. Then you go hop on in, man. Listen to the end of the show. It was going smooth.
Let me tell y'all something. It happens, man. Nigga, I was high than a bitch. I woke up late. It happens. You smoke weed, you get high, and you wake up late.
We don't condone drug use on this show. We button up. We looking for sponsors. So holler at us. But
okay,
what you were saying?
RW, come on, man.
Man, I was about to say we just got legal in my state, bro. You gonna have to deal with that.
You got YouTubers who say, "Yeah, I smoke weed," and they got more sponsors than anybody.
Hey, that's actually funny.
That is true. So come on, let's keep it funky, man. Right,
Sweatbox says LeBron Gibson speaking facts. LeBron and Rondo have a lure behind their names and legacy, but Zoe has better vision, thinks the game, and makes less turnovers. Zoe has kid level vision. I just think LeBron, it's like LeBron, Rondo, and Lonzo are different kinds of passers. I think Lonzo's the best passer, but there's passes that LeBron can make that nobody else in NBA history can make. You can say the same thing for Lonzo, but there's some of these passes that Bron make. It's just like, can't nobody do that, bro.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's butt ass passes sometimes. Like he'll make a pass.
No, he makes more turnovers
that he doesn't need to do, and it'll be like a turnover, go straight in the other player's hand.
Let me get my opinion on this.
Okay.
Let me break it down. I don't want nobody cut off when I'm saying this, but I'm gonna say it like this. Rondo, the reason why Rondo gets to do what he does, number one, he's a veteran. Number two, Luke is afraid of Rondo. Like literally. That one game where Rondo, he was about to put Rondo on the bench. Rondo gave him a hand like, what the hell you about to do? I'm staying on the court. And Luke Walton looked shook. You know, Rajon Rondo is not the one to play with. So everybody's saying that Lonzo doesn't have the alpha. The last couple of games, he's been working with Brian Shaw. And you see those games, he had breakout games before he was injured. So Lonzo was starting to kind of feel his alpha energy. But
yeah, he got to, man. Like Rondo, right? That's all I'm saying. As a point guard, no matter where you at, who's on your team, Rondo gathers people and talk to them. Because even LeBron sometimes listens, sometimes you don't. But Rondo don't care. I'm gonna holler at these young boys. Rondo called practices. Like I understand you Lonzo, he's Rondo. Just as a point guard, some of the leadership qualities, them the things he's gonna have to do. You know what I'm saying? In general, because wherever he goes at, no matter, all right, it's LeBron team per se, but it's the point guard team. So it's just things that he has to do a little better over time.
You know, listening to you talk, Starborn, I'm thinking about something else. Because the one time or the one area of Lonzo's game where I seen him take the most, let's say, leadership type of qualities on the defensive end. And like I remember I told y'all plenty of times, I've seen Lonzo tell LeBron where to go and he listens. Like I've never seen any other player do that before. But regardless of that, you know, that's how he needs to be when he's playing point guard. And, you know, that might come down to the fact that maybe LeBron and Rondo think they're better point guards than Lonzo. But they know they're not better defenders. So on the defensive end, they don't, let's say, reject what the leader is telling them to do with the assignments. So he has to like take that. He has to take it from him.
Oh,
if he wants to get that kind of respect.
I got a question for y'all. After we could do it after I want to play after DJ get everything he needed to get in because he came late. I wanted to play that LaVar and Speak for Yourself interview for people to hear it and then y'all chime in on it.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
After DJ get his off, I want to play that and then we all could chime in on it after. I'm just gonna play the audio.
Starborn.
Hey, I'm on,
Point.
man. What did Ticket TV say, man?
I don't know what he said, but he said something, man. Regardless of that,
I did hear him say
we should pause the video like in the middle so we can talk about it.
Okay,
and
okay,
then
we could
replay it.
Yeah, we could do that. It's 14 minutes, so
Yeah.
you know. So when y'all feel like pausing it, somebody
Wait,
just
let me get my
something.
little rant on Ticket TV, man. Ticket
Yes, sir.
TV. I hope you listening. You punk, you coward. You claim you from Oakland, but you don't act like someone from Oakland, man. Even if I disagreed with a father's message or their hustle, I'm never dissing them. You know, if you live by the code of the streets, you will respect that aspect. But it seems like you study from the code of the simps. You act like a punk right now, man. How can you hate on someone's brand when you're doing the same thing he's doing? You're doing the same sales he's doing. And you're doing it with a bootleg brand for shirts, LDBC, I don't know. I mean that cheap Walmart brand you got. And anybody buying his brand, you must be on crack. You got better shirts at Target than the shit he's selling right now. And also, you've been sneak dissing and doing all this stuff on certain videos. Hey man, I challenged you to a debate and you was too scared to even confront me. I'm challenging you again. Have a debate on our show. We'll smoke you. You don't know more hoops than us. Number one, you said that Kyle Kuzma is better than Tatum. The jury's still out, number one.
I was to say that's debatable.
And no one has made an all-star game. That's still debatable. You can't just go out and say, you see, that's why Kyle Kuzma is better than Tatum. Tatum is younger than Kyle Kuzma, meaning he's going to grow. So you can't just go out and just already say that. Number two, you were making fun that Phoenix did not trade for Lonzo Ball. There were active talks to do that. Nothing was going on, so they had to move on.
First off, Lonzo wasn't on the trade block. He was going to only get traded for a top 5 player. And they said his name had, first of all, they said you got to start it off with him. So they wasn't going to even pick up. You think they'd pick up the phone before? If you didn't put Lonzo's name in it, they ain't going. They sending straight the voicemail on the first ring.
And also, you know, Ticket TV and this LDBC homies and Town Biz. I know he's another hater. That's another name y'all probably don't know about. I'm going at all of them. You know, they're all punks, and they wouldn't say that shit to my face. I bet you $100. Well, I bet you 1,000 they wouldn't. You know, they can't eat without Lonzo Ball, hating on Lonzo Ball and his family.
Facts.
They can't eat without. They get their most views hating on Lonzo Ball. Some of their mods are white arrogance haters. People like Jeff George. He's a mod of his, and he was out there stalking black folks. See, you claim me for black folks. You claim the one LVZ. He's also a freaking hater. He claims he's pro-black. He claims he's a big fan of Dr. Khalid Muhammad. I tell you one thing: Dr. Khalid Muhammad would never diss another black man, especially a black man with his own business. The only time he'll diss another black man if they're like a bourgeoisie and they don't have no ruling class mentality and let whites tell them what to do.
He actually probably would. He probably low key support LaVar.
Yes, he would, man. He would support LaVar.
But hey, shout out to my young blood Carl in the comments, man. I had to send him the link, man, because he told me about Ticket TV before y'all even brought it up. Like, he hit me up on that, like, bro, Ticket TV talking that smack. I'm like, what's going on? It just happened again, man. They just hate. He just hating on Lonzo and on Tatum and Kyle Kuzma. I think they kind of equal right now. Even though Kuzma's older, he's still talented, and we got to see how Tatum develops.
But the jury's
we gotta see if Tatum's gonna get that body. Like if he gets like bigger, then that's different.
Tatum only 20, so he's still young, a baby.
You know, I'm gonna say this right now. Damn. Forgot.
Come on,
Sorry.
Gibson, get yourself together.
My head is jumbled all around. I don't topics on it in my head. But like LaMelo, he's eligible, as LaVar said. Do you think he went to the college people already?
I
I don't know.
word on the street. I'm just saying word on the street that they're right during this past month they was with the compliance. They was talking about compliance. So I don't know if something could happen.
Yeah, man. But
We'll see. Maybe LaVar's talking pre-existence because I mean no news came out of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you see the show though when they was talking about people that might not play? He was like, "I'm only 17. What is this?" He was like y'all is clowns. You saw that? Did you see the end of the show? No, none of you guys. Baller Family, the last Baller Family.
no, I haven't. What happened?
Basically, it was basically about him going back, and then this was at the end, at the last end, or what's going to be on the next show. Matter of fact, it was a preview for what's going to be on the next show when they had him inspire, and they was like, some teams ain't gonna want to play against you guys. They was just showing the clip, and LaMelo kind of put his head down. I was like, man, I'm only 17, and they kind of ended it at that. So it's going to be on the next show, that part.
Oh, okay. And on the Ticket TV, man, he's mad because he's been wrong about Lonzo. He's been predicting him to be traded, and now it's egg on his face. So he's just dropping videos hating. There's gonna be more egg on your face when he went on Brown a ring and hit the shot for him, and you're gonna be looking stupid.
Also, too, though, we got to understand about this is we know what Ticket TV is, but in this business that we in right now, what we doing, you're not going to always be right. And sometimes you're not right. Sometimes a hater, like he is, a hater is just interesting. He's just a hater. You know what I'm saying? He appeases to the haters. You're going to have 50% that love you, 50% haters. We on the 50% that try to tell the truth. He's on the hate side, like on TV. Whitlock, his role is to be a hater. That's his role. You know what I'm saying? That is like when Skip was on the other channel on ESPN. So we can't always take what they say. We could combat them, but we always can't take what they are because
hey, let me say this about Ticket TV, the LDBC, freaking Town Biz, all of them. Those are the type of Negroes that say, "No, LaVar, don't talk crazy to the white man, boss. That's gonna be that's messing up your child's legacy, boss." See, that's what he sounds like. He sounds like freaking these buck dancers out here trying to afraid to say something to white management. That's what they say. Bro. That's what they say. Am I lying?
Sound like they was inside the house, but let me stop.
Man, these are some house Negroes, man. No, boss, LaVar, you gotta calm
Okay, so
down.
apparently. Wait, so Ticket said Tickets basically said Rondo had a good game, so basically let's get rid of Lonzo.
Wow.
Rondo only shows up on primetime games.
You know what's funny though?
The stats show that.
Rondo's been having some really bad games. All of a sudden, since he had a good game, let's say something about Lonzo. Man, he's confusing. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Lakers are still 3-6 without Lonzo.
Yeah. So let's get to this. Let's get to this big baller interview. And before we get to the interview, I know y'all seen it. It's funny. He got LaMelo shoes on the table, sandals on the table, Lonzo shoe on the table, and the 2 waters. So we're gonna play a clip, and then
hold on.
313. You want to monitor that when you want to cut in. If y'all want to cut in and talk about it,
I want to say something about what you just said. That's why Shannon, when he drank the water, and that's why Marcellus, man, they supporting the black business regardless whether they agree or disagree, and that's what I like to see, bro.
Marcellus agrees with BBB more.
I know because he knows LaVar.
Yeah, they from the hood, so
I'm glad what Fat Lock. Excuse me.
Right,
I don't mean to fat shame. least he showed up and said his piece. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it, be a man and show up and say your piece. We know he did a little buck dancing, but at least he was him.
Right, no,
That's one thing I can say about Whitlock. He is him most of the time, but it is what it is. We're gonna play this right now, and then we're gonna chime in. We're gonna have 313 monitor that when you want to stop it and chime in on it. We're gonna chime in and go back to it. Ready, set, go. Guess what? Of course, a commercial gonna come on. It's coming. I got hit skip.
LaVar Ball, LaVar, I think people are.
Can y'all hear yes or no?
But I gotta be honest with you. I'm coming off a 3-day fast. I'm on such a
spiritual
high right now. That's good. Hey, listen, I heard you say something today on Undisputed that I've heard you mention before that led me to an interesting epiphany about you. You talked about being 6'6" and your wife being 6'1". Yes. And it made me this afternoon go, this dude had a vision for 20 years. It just didn't come up.
Turn the volume up.
The reason why he talks
All right, hold on. I'm in. I gotta get close. I'm in my guest room.
Years, this is all a plan.
Right. It's all a plan, man. Like I said before.
Can y'all hear better?
It might sound wild in the beginning, but if you believe in something, it's not wild.
And so when you met your wife and married her, I believe listening to you today is like he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have some great athletic kids."
Yes.
And if I have some sons,
I'm gonna have some sons,
and they're gonna
be boys. I don't produce but nothing but boys. My brothers in them, they're a little weak. They got some girls. With me, I had 10 boys before I had one girl. That's just how I am.
I just had a girl, but I'm gonna let you live.
Nah, you all right? You strong still? Yeah, you're good.
I'm not. This was a plan.
This was a plan. It was definitely a plan. I mean, like growing up, especially when you're in sports, you know about this. The short ones are the bad ones. So when you get a nice girl that's sexy and tall, most tall girls are shoulder snatch. They don't want to be tall. They can't talk to everybody because you're 6'1" and guys is 5'10". You put the heels on, you're 6'3" now. When you big and sexy like my man right here, we can talk to the 6'5" and 6 foot. You might have a little problem because you have to be looking at you down like this. Man, so it's all good. So once you find one that's compatible to you as far as she was beautiful in the sports, smart, it's a perfect match for me.
Look, I've always had deep respect for you for that plan. Obviously, privileged for knowing you for so many years, knowing your brother, went to school with your brother, same neighborhood. So all this stuff up here is not free merch.
No.
I bought this because I support. Go after all.
You do support, and I have to give you love on that, man, because you know how a lot of brothers, everybody wants something free. Mm-hmm. But you're the only one that at your level that's going out and supporting and buying. Because I told him, I said, if I gave everything away for free, I wouldn't have a business.
There.
And then I also tell the youngsters, I say, hey, man, they say, Big Ball, hook me up. I said, no, how about you go work for it, buy it, man, you never owe me nothing. And that way, you bought it on your own. You don't be like, LaVar, I bought your stuff, so give me this now.
Right.
I don't be like, well, I gave you that free, so why don't you go tell 100 people to go buy it? Now you gotta work for me, you gotta do something for me. If you go buy it on your own, you don't have
we ain't got that
balls.
But I got a question. Since I've been knowing you for so long and the plan for so long, what are you trying to accomplish for Lonzo today?
Well, we're gonna stop it and we're gonna break it down. What y'all think about it so far?
LaVar, just like the Cowherd show, he was really toned down because, you know, he knew Jason Whitlock. He had to outsmart him in that position. Like Jason Whitlock was trying to maneuver to get him to say something dumb.
Which I think so far. We're going to play it again, but just...
Yeah, LaVar is just out here teaching these black kids, you know, everything can't be a handout. Even if it's from your own community, you got to work for what you want to get. Because like you said, if he gives you a handout, now you owe him something. You know, you get something on your own, man. That's the way you get something on your own, then it's yours.
Boss. I know what you think, DJ, but just chime in for the people at home.
Yeah, man, this is something a lot of black folks gotta learn. Just because we have a business doesn't mean we giving out stuff for free to even our own community. How do you grow a business like that? You don't do that. Every time we grow a business, especially in the hood, you know, someone has like a little soul food shop or whatever restaurant, and they asking Big Mama in the kitchen for extra chicken and stuff. You're like, nah, man, this is a business, man. You know,
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
like
get
Floyd
those ethics,
Mayweather.
man.
You heard about Floyd Mayweather and Diddy? You heard about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about that, man.
Yeah, about the strip club, and Diddy wanted not to pay the whole $5,000. It was 20. I think it's 15 to get in. Diddy try to pay 10 grand, and Floyd wouldn't let him in.
Yeah, and P Diddy was causing a hissy fit. You know what's funny? Floyd Mayweather lowered the price for him, and he still called a hissy fit.
Okay, let's get back to the show. And I want to say one thing is I like that. What's his face? I didn't even know that because I kind of was listening to it. I didn't even know that everything up there is not free promotion. He actually brought that. I didn't even know that. So I gotta apologize on Wiley. I didn't even know that.
A lot of the comments that are coming out.
I'm a complicit, and I'm always looking out for my boys, man. I gave the Lakers the first right of refusal to get all three of my boys. But if you don't have the confidence in my boy doing what he does, there you go, trade him. I already told him from day one. It'll be the worst thing you ever do if you trade my son. And they think I'm playing. They'll never win a championship once my son is gone. Never. Trust me. You can watch it for 20 years and they won't get a championship if my boys are not there.
So was your strategy today in doing these interviews to force a trade?
It's a force of trade. This is what I'm saying. If Luke is going to be there, trade him. If you're going to fire Luke, Lonzo could stay. The best coach on that team right now, anytime you get rid of the head coach, is the assistant coach, which is Brian Shaw. He got more relationships and knows the team already. They'll play for him. Don't go out looking for no big-time coach. He's sitting right there. Anytime, just like when LeBron was with Cleveland, Black. Tyronn Lue knew everybody, knew all how to put the pieces, but he's not going to tell this guy all the answers to the test, and he's going to take the credit for what he's telling him. So he just let the time go. Guess what? You go. Now he's the head coach. Now you win a championship.
I just want to confirm. Today, were you thinking either Lonzo's going to get traded or I'm going to force the Lakers to fire Luke Walton? That's the goal.
That's the goal right there. Because look, Luke don't know what to do with him. And he has no loyalty to him, man. I mean, if you play him 6 minutes, take him out, don't start him in the fourth quarter, what is that telling you?
What does your son think of this goal?
But Lonzo's like this, man. He's going to go with the flow, do whatever he wants. What I mean by that, if you trade him, he's going to go good. If you keep him, he's going to do what you want him to do. On the fact, the way he raised, he don't have no attitude. Me, I'm going to go back. It's just like when he gets subbed. He don't want to be subbed, but he goes to the end of the bench. Don't put his feet out and pound, but put the little thing in his mouth. I don't like him sitting with stuff in his mouth while he's sitting on the bench, but it shows me the frustration because he loves to play. He's been playing all his life and playing the whole game. Now you get in and you're a spot player, you're a role player. They're trying to make him dribble the ball up, go in the corner, play hella deep. Now you want him as a 3-and-D guy. Because in the corner, all you can do is shoot the three. You can't do nothing else.
Well, LaVar, trade deadline passed already, so your son ain't going nowhere.
If he ain't going nowhere, I'm good with that as long as Luke's not there. Because I'll tell you what, here's the thing. I'm not losing any situation. If Lonzo was there and you keep him there, and he played with AD and LeBron, you got a chance to get.
But how do you expect these words to land when Luke walked in and affect the relationship?
I don't
with him and Lonzo?
expect the relationship with him and Lonzo is been gone. Been gone. You do not believe in him like that. When Lonzo came out as everybody, and this is why I say he's the worst coach, because you're not getting the best out of him. Every coach has believed in Lonzo. Say, here's the keys, man. Go do what you do.
Doesn't he have to coach the whole team?
Huh?
Doesn't he have to coach the whole team? It's got to be more than just Lonzo.
No. Here's what Lonzo does. Only if Lonzo doesn't do this. If Lonzo's an independent player, score 30 and 40 points, and only worries about him, that's the difference. Lonzo makes everybody on the team better.
Pause.
You don't hear about, and think about it, you don't hear about TJ Leaf, EK, you don't hear about nobody from the UCLA. Lonzo made all those guys better. That's why you get drafted. Lonzo makes Kuzma better, Ingram better, Hart better, anybody who's out there. Now, Lonzo ain't out there, they look raggedy.
Okay, how about this, LaVar? These attacks on Luke Walton. Everybody in the NBA is watching. It's not an NBA coach or a coach anywhere that wants to be criticized publicly this loudly by a player's father? Are you not concerned you're damaging?
I'm not damaging nothing for Lonzo on the fact that he has a contract. He's doing what he loves to do. I'm stating my opinion, and don't be mad at me because I'm right. I said he lost the team last time. And now it comes full circle again. He lost it again where they're trying to beat him up in the locker room. I'm right.
Now, who is running this team? All right. If he lost the team, is it LeBron? Is it Magic? Who's running it?
As you can tell, nobody. The thing is going in disarray. Magic say he's the face of the program, but I guess you didn't tell Luke Walton that because the guy didn't playing spot minutes. You got 4 or 5 different people dribbling the ball up. I can imagine Pat Riley saying, you know what, Magic? You go down there and say you big, let Worthy bring it up this time, and then we're going to let Byron Scott bring it up the next time. Magic said, give me that ball and you run. Damn. And that's what you're supposed to do with Lonzo. Facts. Give him the ball. You other suckers go on down there and run the lane, let him throw these long passes, let's be effective with it. Don't say with Luke and him, tell Lonzo don't have to score for us to be good, do this. But now you're telling him to make threes and make free throws. Well, why don't you tell him to score? He's been a scorer all his life, and then you get over here and you say, oh, we don't need him to score. We just need him to do what he does. I'm not trying to hear that. I told Lonzo, you need to score the ball, son.
LaVar, and I know Marcellus knows this because he's close to Magic. You're a businessman here in Los Angeles.
Yes.
You're going to war basically with Magic Johnson.
I'm not going to war with Magic Johnson.
These words
can do whatever they want. Here's the difference. Here's the difference right here. I'm not your regular dude. I'm not trying to be in a war with nobody. I don't need to be in a war with.
Okay, right there, LaVar was highlighting how Luke Walton is trying to minimize Lonzo and minimize his ability and undercutting him. And now he's just putting it out in the public light and letting everybody, see the reality of the situation. So when you were saying all that other stuff, Starborn, like I said, you're not wrong. Lonzo should definitely demand more. He should be more alpha-like. But Luke plays 75% of the part in all of this.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Let me piggyback off that. LaVar's pretty much saying what we've been saying, and people that hate LaVar even said what LaVar said through the, little hints here and there. So, like Sweatbox said, LaVar sounded like the ghetto Booker T. Washington. Yeah, he's trying to create his own lane. No matter what people say about Booker T. Washington, what did he do? Create his own school, Tuskegee Institute, to help poor black farmers create their own crop. Am I lying? No. And people thought that was controversial. They thought Booker T. Washington had a big mouth due to the fact that he always said what he wanted. And during those times,
and
you know who I compare to LaVar to?
Who?
Jack Johnson. He had a big mouth during those times, and the reason why he didn't get lynched due to the fact that he won a lot of matches where a lot of white dudes won a lot of bets. So they're like, no, we can't kill the money. But he did whatever he wanted. He talked big mess. Even Muhammad Ali said that. Jack Johnson. He said, man, you think you guys talk? You think I talk much more? Man, Jack Johnson has a bigger mouth than me. And that is true. You can look it up. So,
I know Jack Johnson. Muhammad Ali looked up to Jack Johnson.
Yeah,
one thing about Jack Johnson, he liked the white women too. I mean, he liked both, but he was with the white women.
All right, let's get back to the show.
All right. Now, my opinion, let me just say my view on it. I like he just kicked balls. And this is what happened. He says this. Hey, man, Luke lost the team. What's going on, man? Hey, Lonzo looking frustrated out there. I know he's want to play this and this and that. So that's right. I hear people talk about that, but they never say this part. When they say how this going to affect which Lonzo saying about it. Lonzo ain't saying nothing. He don't talk to me about that. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do what they ask him to do because he's like that. But they never say that part. They always say the LaVar part, but they never say when he said, yo, Lonzo just going to do what's asked of him. He's under contract, so he's going to do the best he can. But if you want to get the most out of him, this is what y'all need to do. But they never bring up that part on Twitter. They only say the other part. Wouldn't y'all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I gotta say this: the people who, if you're a black man or black woman hating on LaVar, you're one of those super. I ain't trying to put a political term, but you're like the Kamala Harris of black folks who tell black folks don't say anything to ruffle any feathers or get them, they got a shady record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't trust black folks who hate on LaVar and any black man who speak like this, because you have family members who speak like this, man. Come on, man. We can't be hypocrites now. You got family members, you got neighbors that do this. You mean I was in the basketball. I remember playing like football, man. We had brothers yelling at the stands when they best player get benched. Talking about, man, I better put my son on the bench. I've heard these things.
I had an uncle like that. Coach take me out. My uncle and cousins, they listen. It's times that they wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
I know how that is. What you think so far? 3-1. I mean, not 3-1-3 Gibson.
I just think the only problem I have is when he says they look raggedy. I mean, it could be true, but like you gotta that's his teammates, and you can't just say everything, But
yeah, he could finesse it a little bit better. He definitely could do.
But because you know how these people work, they're just gonna take a few things, like you said earlier, Star. They're gonna take a few things and put what they heard, outrageous stuff on Twitter. Like what they did on Twitter, they only talked about you said Lonzo's better than LeBron. They didn't show when he was talking about Luke. I mean, they showed it here and there, but everyone, I'm really getting tired of the media.
Hold on, let me answer this. Sorry about this, Gibson. John K says, DJ, you need to understand LaVar has made mistakes that affected his sons, though, even if you like him as a dad. I never agreed with everything with LaVar. I'm just saying as a man, but, I'm going to tell you what I disagree with LaVar, so I could just put it out there. Number one, I didn't want Jello to play in the JBA. That's been a fact.
Yeah.
I thought it was a waste of time, and when he had that first international contract, he should have took it. But they wanted the surveillance Jello instead of letting him do his own thing. You could still keep tabs on him, letting him do his own thing. Yeah. See, y'all coming out here thinking I also wanted LaMelo and Jello to have a different personal trainer. Like you got the money to do it. I mean, I'm talking about a advanced one.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I do agree. Like, especially LaMelo. But I think that school, they have a personal trainer and they have like a really healthy, they have the guy talking about food and the nutritionist, and that's a blessing in disguise for LaMelo. Like a real blessing. I saw them work out, like getting on the rope thing, the jumping thing.
Yeah.
And I think they're helping with LaMelo's, jumper, or not, like how he jumps and how he gets moving. I just like the opportunity. Like, that's why I think LaMelo would be already ahead of Lonzo because of the training he's getting.
Yeah, the training LaMelo's getting him ready for the NBA really well. Inspired.
Plus, he's just younger too, man. You gotta understand, Lonzo set the one thing I give Lonzo credit, even if LaMelo get better, is he sacrificed a lot for his brothers. We know he probably could have averaged 40 in high school. You know what I mean? He was unstoppable in high school, but he sacrificed a lot to make sure they get the ball. Like, who passes to a freshman? You know what I'm saying? In real life, when you're a senior, you're the number one point guard in high school. He sacrificed a lot for them. So
and he sacrificed a lot building a brand, because he had to be the starting face of it. He got a lot of flack for all of that stuff.
But I can say the same thing with LaMelo though. Like, he sacrifices. Like, he can give you 40, in these games.
Oh yeah, man.
But that's different than him because they all peers. They wasn't a peer like Lonzo. LaMelo wasn't a Lonzo peer. He was a freshman that belonged in the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? So, and when he was on, he's 3.5 years older than But I get what you're saying. LaMelo job as the point guard is the pass and the score, not just the score, because we already know he could score in his sleep.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Unique V said, "I had
What's up, Unique?"
He said I had a white coach dogging out black players, and my uncle went up to the coach and talked to him man to man like LaVar. That changed his tune towards me and all black players. That happened before. Let me tell you a story. That my father, when he was alive,
God bless.
When he was alive, my younger brother, which was more talented than me. I mean, he would D1 from football, but we were in the suburbs at the time, and this is when we finally moved up and like mom got a better job. You know how that goes. And,
our dog told me how you was faking. You ain't from the hood. Dog, go ahead, but I ain't I'll tell you that later.
You know I'm from the hood.
Brother, go ahead. Go and say what you were saying.
That was like the last 4 years, but yeah.
This ain't the point. At the point, we know what you know what I'm
saying. Yeah. So they had a dispute. One time. Went to his office, he cussed him out so bad that the whole team from the workouts heard it. Because it was going around the freaking school. Cussed him out so bad. And the reason why he cussed out the coach is due to the fact that we moved and he wanted a transfer waiver signed. And he said he won't do it. And the coach was mad that my brother was going to play for a better school, even though we moved for financial reasons. He cussed him out so bad that the coach came out in tears.
That's all.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him.
So this is really why I relate to LaVar, because my father was like LaVar.
You guys, I gotta go.
But more gangster with it.
Oh, you gotta go?
Yeah, but peace, man.
All right, young brother. All right. Now let's get back to the
my father was like LaVar. See, I'm telling you stories. My father was like LaVar, but more gangster with it, man. He was the father that taught this shit at football games. I mean, I remember my father said, he told my brother, you're gonna be better than Dion. No, but I didn't see him being better than Dion. But that was the belief my father had in my brother. So that's why I can relate to LaVar Ball.
Facts. Now we're going to get back to the show. We got about 9 minutes left, but we cut it off when y'all ready to speak your mind.
But Magic can't do nothing for me. He can't tell me nothing. Just like people like, LaVar's being quiet.
Matter of fact, let me go back to when he gets to the Magic part.
Score all his life, and then you get over here and you say, we don't need it.
Just because he's close to Magic. You're a businessman here in Los Angeles.
Yes.
You're going to war basically with Magic Johnson.
I'm not going to war with Magic Johnson.
These words
can do whatever they want. Here's the difference. Here's the difference right here. I'm not your regular dude. I'm not trying to be in no war with nobody. I don't need to be in no war with. Magic can't do nothing for me. He can't tell me nothing. Just like people like, LaVar's being quiet because of LeBron and Magic. Can't nobody tell me to be quiet. Why? I got my own brand. I'm my own man. Whatever you do is fine. I'm going to show you something that you never seen before. Look at it, in Los Angeles, whatever. You ain't going to never see an Afro-American man on water. This is my son. He's on the bottle, but he got on yellow and purple. But see, if he was Lakers here, he'd be on here naked. But I got my own brand. Son, you on there. That's you, on water. Magic Johnson ain't been on the water. LeBron ain't been on the water. They ain't gonna put a brother on the face of nothing.
Magic is an icon here. And friends everywhere throughout the business community. I don't see why this.
I don't have nothing
to play for you.
It's not even about playing. It's I can do what I do because you're not gonna stop me from going on. What I'm saying is, everybody be stuck on the thing talking about, oh, if Lonzo don't do this, the brand's gonna suck. The brand is good. Okay, so it's not about bowing down to people and say, look, if Magic was like this, like LaVar, be the face, we're gonna get these people around him. I said, do what's best for Lonzo. I had to talk with him before. And words, what he said he was gonna do, we didn't do it. So now I back up off of that. And it's fine. You don't even give my other son a chance to play with his brother. How does that not happen? Hold on. Everybody plays with their brother. From Steph Curry to what's that other boy name? Cousin, play with his brother. Everybody with your brother. Dragic, whatever his name is. Everybody get a shot with the brother. How come Jello don't get a shot? Because it looks like this now. Oh, LaVar is running the Lakers. He didn't get a chance to see how he plays.
There's 29 other teams in the NBA, right? LaVar.
29 other teams, okay.
That have a chance to sign your son. Look, Marcellus can tell you, and I know you're closer to Marcellus.
Right.
Professional sports are very political. It's not a meritocracy.
Everything is
You're
political.
taking on Magic Johnson. You have a young 18-year-old. He's one of the most powerful guys in the NBA.
Who is he though?
You have an 18-year-old son that's 6'7" that has talent to get into the NBA.
You think Magic's gonna get my son to the NBA?
Hey man,
you think Magic's gonna get? I'm gonna tell you
something. They make a lot of money with Magic, man.
Helping or hurting the cause? They're not gonna be indifferent. They're not gonna be received indifferent.
I don't care how they receive.
Magic's a huge brand for the NBA.
He's a huge brand for the Lakers.
For the NBA.
For the NBA. Okay, who's he getting in the NBA? Who's he developing? Who's on his payroll? I mean, come on. Here's the thing. When you're a boss like me, you do what you want. You say what you want. These guys are not bosses. Just like everybody in here, except for me, is an employee. So you can't say nothing crazy on this guy. Say anything crazy, jump off this roof and go about my business. Me and my brother get out of here right now and won't nobody say nothing. You know why? Because we can't. Ain't nobody gonna call me and say, LaVar, why'd you leave? Get your butt back over
here. Okay, you a boss.
I'm just saying, so don't look at me like that as far as this one when they say, oh, nobody has a say, so don't worry about my son. He's gonna be fine.
Okay, let's talk about the boss and the brand, Triple B.
Yes.
Here's some positive things. Look, I'm a supporter.
Yes.
What's the state of affairs with Triple B? You hear about the orders being laid, all this. What's good? What's bad? What's ugly? Okay, let's break it down for real.
The Triple B's is good, as you can tell. And the reason being is the Triple B's we shouldn't even be talking about right now. We should have had a T-shirt, Lonzo got drafted, and that's it for the ball. Here we got hats, shirts, shoes, water. We growing. Here's the thing. You looking at me and people looking at me as Lonzo's dad, not as the CEO of a big ball of brain. I'm going to be in your face for a long time on the fact that I'm always doing something growing with the company. So you can't be like, we ain't heard from LaVar. Just like people said, did he put up other money? No, you didn't hear from me because I got a blue book that had me in Europe.
Blue book, passport.
In Germany, London, France, wherever I'm at, European, they know about my boys in this water. And they can't even speak English, and they say big ball of brain. I'm not local, I'm not regional, I'm global.
LaVar, I respect that you've had a vision for more than 20 years.
Yes.
But when sometimes it doesn't come the way you want it to come, can you adjust? It may not be the way. All three of your boys may not play in the NBA. All the Archie Manning sons didn't play in the NFL.
Right. You know what? Just like they tell me, Mom, my boys playing on the same team, $1 billion. Shoot, $4 billion. $4 billion odds to have your own brand and come in the league with your own brand. I'll do that. I ain't gonna adjust to nothing. You know why? Because I'm gonna make it my way. I don't have to adjust. You have to adjust when you have to conform in a line. You be like this. My thing about Phoenix, and I'm talking about Phoenix, on the fact that if the Lakers don't want all three of my boys, I'm gonna go to Phoenix. Phoenix don't want all three of my boys.
I think I'm gonna go to another New York. We gotta wrap up. I think you want to go to
New York. Want to take all three of my boys? Whoever gonna take all three of them, I'm good.
Coach there, and I think you want to reunite your son with Judd Bushler. I think that should really.
Like I say, my main goal is to have all of them on the same. Gotta go. Stick around.
Okay, that was it right there. So let's get y'all. We already know, but we're just trying to create more content.
Yeah, Sweatbox. That's what sounds like Whitlock. Whitlock is trying to have LaVar be like W.B. Du Bois instead of being LaMarcus Garvey himself. That's an excellent analogy, Sweatbox. And that's what it is. Let LaVar be LaVar, man. You know, let LaVar be LaVar. Um, Now, if I was LaVar, I think I would have said something more. I have a mind game mentality to a fact that I know how to put things in words to make it a tone. So if I was LaVar, this was what I'll say. Number one, I'll shock everybody. I said I don't have a mentality like everyone. I have a ruling class mentality, and I believe that I'm a leader of everything I own, and I'm not a follower. Number one. Number two, I'm just like every other father that's trying to do right by my sons. And if I see my sons not strategically playing well, standing in the corner from three, never only having a 16% usage rate, I have the right to complain about that as a man and a father. Also, the Lakers are making it very hard on themselves. This is no diss to LeBron James, but I think he'll be more successful and more effective with less injuries if he played the four and let Lonzo play point guard. If LeBron James played the four, it'd be a matchup nightmare, and we'll have the most athletic, fastest team in the NBA. We'll be the longest team in the NBA. That's a quick fix because you cannot stop two defenders with Lonzo at point guard, Bi at shooting guard, being 6'6", 6'7", pretty much, and Bi being 6'9". And then you have Kuzma the three. You just got to teach him how to play three, but he has the offensive skill to play three. And you have LeBron at four, and then you have JaVale McGee at five, giving you a defensive and athletic nucleus. But they don't want to play like that due to the fact that Luke Walton's arrogant and he does not have interest in my son's ability. See, I would say it like that, but I'm just a guy.
Yeah, no question, no question. I just like he just kick it how it is, man. He's just going to say his view. We all smart enough to know to say maybe he don't have to say it's raggedy, but everything. Listen, man, the man is talking. Some things you got, just like everybody, no matter, we got fathers, we got uncles, we got girls, we got friends, we got associates. You take what you could take from it and apply it. And some things, it is what it is. Like if he say 90% good things and maybe he didn't have to say raggedy. All right, maybe he have to say raggedy, but I'm gonna take the other 90% of the things he say and use it, So, and like we already know, man, he has a ruler mentality. That's just how it is. Like when you're a ruler, I want all three of my sons. Magic told me something, and the people who don't think like, well, why would you want to go against Magic? And I'm not going against nobody. I'm just being who I am. This is me. And when something happened, I'm just, well, you gotta fight all them people. Like that's a scared mentality. That's why he told them, I'm the only one that can say what I want because everyone here is employed. You notice that's how Dame Dash. You notice how certain people. That's how Dame Dash talk. Do you know that's how Floyd Mayweather talk? That's how bosses. That's how bosses talk. Them white people. That's how they talk. But the difference, a little different between some white people, obviously, when I mean white people, the powers who be, they like to lead mostly through deception. That's why they don't really like Trump, because Trump's saying stuff and they like, hold up. We agree with you, but we don't want to let them know. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. They like, nah, bosses speak like that. Kings speak like that. All right. It's, yeah, you're right. It is a billion chance that we get all three sons, but it's a billion chance that we just gonna come in with our own brand. Look at my son; he is on water. These is in stores. My son is in water, and he's in his own jersey that say baller because that's who we are. Now,
Starboard. Let me say one thing before 313 go away. The reason why LaVar is confident in what he's saying, I'm telling you guys, for all the people talking about BBBs not getting no money and all this stuff, this international. They met so many people internationally, like big money people, that they have accumulated enough money that they're good. You know what I mean? And if you do a reality show, you could do a reality show every freaking year. That's money right there. Enough money to retire rich. You know what I mean? So it's they really got nothing to lose. That's how he talks. But at the same time, if I was LaVar, I'd be more strategic. See what I just said a couple minutes ago. That's reading. You got to learn how to read the emotions of the people you're talking to on their shows, and then articulate it to a way that they're like, man, he's good. See, I'll give you an example.
He'll take a lady that fine to me. You know what I'm saying? That's straightforward.
When he's calm,
that's how Dame Dash talk the same way. You know what I'm saying? Dame talks the same exact way, straightforward.
Hey, 313, what you gonna say?
Yeah, where you at, 313? He looking
at
Wayne.
I agree with y'all. I don't got much to say, man. I just like how LaVar operates. And this whole plan, I'm just thinking big picture. I'm like, bro, when he's saying, they over in language, they over, overseas, saying triple B's, he could be brag, he could be doing a humble black brag. But even if he's false, regardless of that, a decade from now, I bet you they are. This brand is about to be huge. Like, it's gonna be huge, and that's all I'm getting from the way the LaVar is operating.
Internationally, people don't realize the international community have more love than America, because America, no offense, we got too many haters in America. And international, they like when someone got a roller class mentality out there. But don't be doing that in America, because they're going to be hating on you.
And some of these entertainers, I'm just saying.
You remember how excited Lithuania was when they came there? They was lit.
Getting lit in Lithuania.
For real, they was excited, bro. They was going crazy.
Now, we got another subject. We got off that. I try to put a couple of subjects on the show. We already talked about Rondo, big shot.
You said we need a podcast. Yeah, we do, bro.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get a podcast.
I'm gonna try to see if I set something up. We'll see what happens.
Question for you guys, another subject. What do you think the Lakers is gonna make a big run? I mean, right now Lonzo is going on. What's today? Friday, tomorrow, Saturday. It'd be 3 weeks, and we haven't heard anything back. So I would say, how they like to be cautious with players, he won't be back for at least 2 weeks.
I don't know.
No, because it's 3 weeks already, so we haven't.
But we have heard 2 updates though.
What's updates?
The update was like a few days after he got hurt, he wasn't on crutches, and then a week ago we found out he lost his boot. And if it was a grade 3 sprain, he would still be in that boot as we talking right now. So,
but what I'm saying is, it's 3 weeks already. So
yeah, I know that he has another week. That's what I'm saying.
Lonzo
no,
Ball.
he don't have another week. We'd have knew he would have
it's
to practice.
4 to 6 weeks.
Listen, all right, listen. If he's out 3 weeks right now, right, 4 weeks will be next week. He would be about to practice. We'll be hearing something. We haven't heard anything. So for him to come back,
we can start hearing that stuff next week.
But for him to come back next week is basically impossible. It's basically, I'm willing to bet anything. It's basically impossible.
I give it at least 2 weeks.
That's what I said. 2 weeks. Yeah, most 3 weeks. If he was gonna come back next week, he would at least we'd have seen something, or he'd be at least talk about practicing on Wednesday. Plus, they got when it's the All-Star game anyway, so it's definitely gonna be 2 weeks because of that.
Their last.
Well, yeah, it's only gonna be 2. My point, I get what you're saying. It's only gonna be 2 weeks because of the All-Star break, but after a month, he'll be healthy. Just getting healthy don't mean you can start playing.
Yeah, so, you know what I meant. Yeah. That's what I meant.
So I think it starts from that week. From the last games are February.
The 16th.
The 16th.
Yeah. Until it's to like it's a week. I mean, it's 9 days. So it's the 24th, something like that. Because the All-Star break
they come
is
back
9
on
days.
the 24th, right?
No, I'm just saying the All-Star break ends after 9 days, after like the 16th.
And then they get a week off.
Yeah, they get 9 days off.
They get not. All right. When is the all? Today is the 8th. So All-Star weekend is what? Next weekend?
Probably. Let me make sure.
And then it'll be a week from there. Just say All-Star break was on a Friday. And then they'll start playing the next Friday after that. So we'll be looking about 2 weeks per se.
Yeah.
Okay. So he should be right back about then. If he ain't back, he'll be practicing that week and then coming back the week after that. Because he needed to shoot too. As good as Rondo played, Rondo did play good, and I like Rondo. Rondo is a star. We've seen Rondo in the playoffs. Like
man, we love Rondo. You already know, man. We love Rondo.
But I did see him. I mean, he made use of it. It worked out for him, but he did pass up a couple of shots that he was wide open. That man, it could have hurt them because he had a couple of shots that he was right there or wide open jump shots that he didn't take. And I think
the All-Star break is next week, 15th through the 17th.
Oh, and then they get a week. Don't they get a week off? Right? They get a week off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he should be right back. If he ain't back, then he'll be practicing. You know what I'm saying? He should be practicing right about.
Yeah, this run, man.
Do you think the Lakers gonna make a big run?
If they win on Sunday, yeah. But if they lose and it's a blowout, like they lose a close one, okay. But if they lose and it's like a blowout, I think they're gonna be struggling.
The only way they can beat the 76ers is if they're trying to, you know how when you get new players, you're trying to gel, so if they can attack quickly and swiftly.
I mean, it's still got LeBron. So if LeBron can keep them in the game and the team can come together like they did in this game, then yeah.
Yeah, LeBron gonna have to play because Ben Simmons, even though he's better than Ben Simmons, they got people that could kind of match up. You got Ben Simmons, you got Jonathan Simmons, you got Harris, you got Butler. You got at least the size. You get what I'm saying? The size that he just can't physically over dominate them. What y'all think about that? I hate to we digress, man. What y'all think about that? Yeah, I meant to say it. Well, in fact, we'll finish about this Laker run. Then after that, we'll talk about the deadline. So the Lakers, man, say Lonzo is out 10 more games. No, matter of fact, let's look at the schedule. Somebody look at the schedule. We might as well.
The schedule's pretty tough, I ain't gonna lie, but
without Lonzo,
they gotta play. They gotta score because their defense is dropped significantly. So they gotta outscore teams to win.
Yeah, man, it's the LeBron Cavaliers, man. It's all on LeBron, man. Like I told y'all in the last game, LeBron was at a point where he could have gave up in the Celtics game, or he could have tried to win, and then he decided to shoot a deep three. That boy was all net, and then they went on that run. But beforehand, when they was getting blown out by 18 points, LeBron wasn't really affecting the game like that.
Oh yeah, he wasn't. He was turning.
He gonna have to affect it. He gonna have to affect the game if they want to win this game.
Yeah, from both ends. Both ends. And then Kuzma, man. Kuzma got to play a little bit better deep. Kuzma, bro. You can't complain. You get minutes. Nobody really complain up. You get 20 shots a game. Like, yeah, you got heard about a little bit of trade for Anthony Davis, but you live in a good life. You know what I'm saying? Lonzo, you got 3 people who passes you the ball. You need to make these shots. Point blank, period. You need to. Matter of fact, you got 4 people who pass your ball: Lonzo, Rondo, LeBron, and Ingram. And you allowed to take 20 shots a game, and nobody really say nothing. Every once in a while, Luke might yank him if he ain't playing no D. Just play some defense, man. If you gonna get 20 shots, then you need to play hella defense and at least get 7 or 8. I don't like his rebounding. His rebounding is poor. I mean, he had 5. Wait.
Let me say this. Kuzma is improving, but he can play 3. The thing is, he plays 4 due to the fact that he knows he cannot guard the 3. So he's saving himself from being exposed.
But does it depend? I mean, is Jimmy more a 2 or a 3?
Jimmy is a 2-3 to wing, just a
Okay,
wing.
I just
whatever
say.
you
I
wanna
mean,
call
I'm not
that.
going to say Kuzma can defend the three, but I also does think it depends on the three.
Yeah, it's just that we need him to. He getting 20 shots, bro. Like he can't. Lonzo, he's not getting a chance to play his game. We could say, yo, he's not. Kuzma is getting a chance to play his game plus more. You know what I'm saying? How many second-year players able to shoot 20 times like him? Name them.
Exactly, but that I bring it back to Lonzo, man.
Yeah.
Lonzo allowed for Kuzma to be a good help defender. It's kind of like when the Warriors lose Draymond, they lose that extra, layer. So Curry can play better defense when Draymond's on the court. But when he's gone, barbecue chicken. Yeah, I just feel like, Kuzma definitely has to improve, but Lonzo just being that team defender helps him out a lot.
Yeah, he need to improve on the defense and rebounding because, like I say, you getting 20 shots. You living in LA. You living a great life. You know what I'm saying? Let's play some more defense. That's all we need you and be hot. Stop just chucking the ball up. But if he could play, Ingram looking pretty good. He'll have right now, it's to the point with Ingram, he'll have a subpar 12-point game, but he's not. Over the last 10 games, he's not having no bad games. Even his 12-point games, he moved the ball and played good team.
Hey, you know
ball,
what?
Yeah, he had like 7 assists, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what intrigues me about the Lakers, man? Watching the Lakers, they could beat some of these teams not named the Warriors. So
they can beat the Warriors too.
But they just gotta play smart, man. And if LeBron just plays his defense and energy like he did yesterday, they follow him where he goes. So he just gotta take over.
LeBron don't play defense in the regular season. He don't play defense in the playoffs. Well, too old.
You better do it now. He can't afford the rest.
I mean, he does it in spurts. Like against Boston, he definitely did it in spurts.
The Rondo too,
but it's not gonna be consistent.
And if y'all lost that game with Rondo, Rondo got to fight a little better too because he was killing them off them switches. He was just so small. They was taking advantage of him every chance they get. And when I mean taking advantage, I ain't saying it was a scoring, but they was creating the matchups that you have to scramble. You know what I'm saying? So if you see somebody get a three in the corner, it maybe was a Rondo man, but just because Rondo can't switch and then you got to rotate over, Rondo got to fight a little bit better too, man. That's why you do need Lonzo too because of that height. Rondo's so small, man. You know what I'm saying? And then Rondo too, he's not even guarding his position. Like we understand it. But why is Ingram is forced to guard the point guard? Why you can't guard your position? You know what I'm saying? Why you can't guard your
Rondo
position?
not in his prime, though. Just like same thing for LeBron, man. He not going to be playing defense in the regular season.
Then sit him on the bench then. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, he will be on the bench if Lonzo's healthy. He will be on the bench.
Oh, DJ, I got something to say to you.
Let me read some of these comments after you say that.
All right, you've been talking a lot of trash, but he helped save the day. Upper room with the tap.
Upper room.
Yeah. Did you see that, DJ?
Yeah, I was yelling, the upper room.
Go ahead,
Mr. Upper Room going at it, man.
Hey man, you ain't gonna make it to the upper room even in championship if you don't got the upper room riding with you, bro.
Did you see Stephen A. Smith? I know this is football related, but he's saying something stupid. Now, Dwayne Haskins from Ohio State is a pocket passer. He only had 100 yards the whole season running. So he's clearly a pocket passer. He said that Dwayne Haskins is more of a runner than Whoa. He doesn't watch football at all, man.
You gotta start exposing him, man. He need to start getting exposed for real. But read them comments.
All right, some of these comments. All right. The book is out on Sweatbox say the book is out on Kuzma defensively. The whole league is picking him up on switches. Unique View says these guys gotta think they might be getting traded in the offseason.
But even
like Kuzma, if they win a championship, I'm telling you, if they win a champion, I'm telling you, I know LeBron. They win a ring, 2 of the young core is gonna stay for sure.
See, the thing about it too, they got a chance to get somebody free agent. They don't even need to make a trade. If
exactly.
They could pick up Kawhi Leonard. Say they pick up Kawhi Leonard. Now you can have Kuz come off the bench as that spark. You know what I'm saying? Because Kuz, let's be honest, whether he start, whether he come off the bench, he's getting his shots. He don't care if it's LeBron. He don't care who it is. You know, he don't care.
No, you're right, bro.
He don't care who it is. What team? I guarantee if he played in the All-Star game and started, I guarantee he'd get 15, 20 shots. He don't care. So it don't matter.
Unique View said Lakers gonna sign Morris.
Oh yeah, they said they might be interested if they got him in a buyout.
Yeah, he plays defense better than his brother.
I like both of them though, man.
I mean, yeah, but one is better at offense and one is better at defense. It's weird.
And even with them, I hate to go back with the LaVar thing. You saw how long it took them when they stopped playing with each other. It took them a while to really get, because they didn't like not playing with each other. You know that, right? They wanted to always play together, and they was hurting at first, and then they just, got back at it.
Man,
also, look, if they win, man, winning cures everything, bro, including trades. And the original plan since the beginning of the season that Magic was preaching was this year is just going to be a test out year. In the summer, we getting AD. It wouldn't get AD at the trade deadline and destroy the freaking chemistry of the team. That has to fall on LeBron and Magic. But, 50-50, whatever, 70-20, I don't care, bro. Both they fault. Now they just going back to the original plan. They gonna see how far they go, and in the offseason, you get an AD, you get a Kyrie, you get not a Kyrie, you get an AD, you get a Kawhi.
Get a Kawhi. That's who's there. Like, that's a free agent.
But Kawhi might be a Clipper, bro.
I'm just saying. We're saying.
Yeah,
this is your job.
I think he might be a Clipper for real.
But this is your job, though. Your job is to get these players. He going to be a Clipper. He want to be in LA. So that means you got a 50-50 chance. You supposed to be Magic Johnson. If you get Kawhi, now you don't have to trade nobody. Now you could just refine roles. And you got some money coming off the books with Rondo on them, and get some players to plug in between them. Make your money, Magic. My opinion. We still here? Are we in the building? Somebody talk. Oh, DJ in the upper room. Go ahead, read the comments 313.
Sweatbot says Starmore no Kuz is a sixth man for sure. Osmond said Clippers are tampering hard with Kawhi. Well, and then Unique View said the thing about the Pelicans owner saying he wasn't trading AD to the Lakers. We know that, man.
Yeah, we already.
But that's going to change in the summer once Danny Ainge offering him a terrible package.
Yeah, Danny Ainge. Now, let's talk about you've been doing a great job. What's them Pistons going to do? Can they upset somebody in the first round? I mean, what can they do? Can they get
We're not going to beat Milwaukee. We can upset anybody except for Milwaukee.
Never know.
And I'm only saying that because we can't guard Giannis, and Giannis be shutting down Blake. I'm gonna just be 100 about it because he's too long. Like, you can't. They just too good, bro. But the Raptors, right. Dwayne Casey knows that basketball. I know they got Kawhi, but Kawhi and Blake would offset. Dwayne Casey knows that whole team, and that's a team that I think could upset. I thought we could upset Philly before the trades. Now I don't know about none of that. Boston, Indiana. Indiana would be the ideal matchup, but we got to make the AFC before I start talking about any type of.
Speaking of Kawhi Leonard, I just think he's with the Clippers. He knows that Luke Walton can't coach, and he's better suited for a coach who knows how to coach like Doc Rivers than a trash coach like Luke Walton.
Luke ain't gonna be
Luke gonna be gone, man. You know good and well he ain't making.
I'm telling you, he better be gone if they want a chance at Kawhi Leonard, because Kawhi, he don't care where he play at. I think the reason why people say the Clippers is due to the fact that he likes to play with good coaches.
Well, it's LeBron. It's LeBron.
It's LA. Because
LeBron. Chris Carter said he doesn't even care. He just wants to be in LA.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kawhi Leonard's not that type of guy, man. Like I may get on LeBron, but I know Kawhi Leonard. He's not that.
All right, so you're saying he's not a Paul George or
Kawhi,
okay.
Kawhi just want to win, man. He just want to play with a coach that know how to coach. If they want Kawhi, they better change the coach.
One thing about Kawhi though, man, he's sitting out too many games, bro. Like Kawhi, bro, you sitting out a lot of games. Why, bro?
Yeah, Osman said he'll take Jerry West over Magic getting Kawhi. Yeah, you have a good point.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man. Just like Starborn said, you got a 50-50 chance, but you know, we don't know who do you think, put it like this, who should be the number one target?
Kawhi should be the number one target. Reason why he should be the number one target, because now with LeBron about to be in the 3/4 room, you know what I'm saying? The 3/4 room, you know what I mean? Now you got Ingram, you got Lonzo, and then you will have Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? So that right there give you the defense that you need.
I mean, could you imagine that defensive team, bro?
I'm about to
Kawhi, Ingram, and Lonzo. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
you out, DJ?
Yeah, I'm about to be out, man. It was good talking to you guys.
You can wrap up the show, bro.
We go. Oh, all right. We go. How many people watching, man? Let me see how many people was watching. We got 7 people. Yeah. We go wrap up the show. I might do a couple of videos, a couple reaction videos. Or I might do a couple of little quick videos here and there, about 5 to 10 minutes maybe. But we want to thank you guys for coming here. You know, watching our show, like it, share it. Y'all got you guys have in the description box our Twitter. So if y'all have anything to ask 313, man, hit 313 up, follow him, hit his inbox. You know, ask him some stuff, maybe give him some info, send him some links. You know, if he's free, he'll definitely get back to you, and me too. And I want to thank you 313 for doing a great job as always.
No problem, man. We had a good show today, man.
All right, knowledge, guys.